This right here is a CYC Photon Pro mid-drive motor packing a whopping 4,000 watts of power. So this is an exclusive release from CYC, which is probably going to go live on their website shortly after release of this video. What an epic little motor. It's exactly the same form factor from what I can tell as the original 2,000 watt Photon, but this thing has had its internal supercharged to give you mega power out of a small package. As I said before, 4,000 watts peak, 180 newton meters of torque, and it's still got all the full torque sensing and everything built in. Well, I like what they've done already with the casing. It's a different finish. It's hinting back towards the X1 Pro with the little glass window in the motor to say, like, look at the cool shit we've got in here that does mad things. Absolutely love that. So this motor seems to blow everything else on the market out the water for the size and form factor. You've only got CYC's own X1 Pro with a 6,000 watt peak. Otherwise, you're looking at modifying bafangs and fitting aftermarket controllers and batteries. For an off-the-shelf motor this small, packing that much power and all the full torque sensing, on paper, I don't think anything else can touch this little motor, and I've got high hopes for it. So not only are we looking at the CYC Photon Pro today, we're going to be doing a full install on this size large Ghost Kato mountain bike where I've already installed the battery. So all we need to do is chuck the motor on, set up the throttle and display and send it. And we're going to see for ourselves, is this motor any good? What's the price? What's the specs? How does it compare? Do I recommend it? And all the pros and cons. Guys, if you want a chance to win this project we're building today, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that later on in this video. So without any further ado, let's be one of the first people on the planet to build a CYC Photon Pro and see how sick this looks and then how sick it rides. So without any further ado, let's go. Right guys, the bike is finally done. And it sounds and looks absolutely fantastic. I generally absolutely love how it's come out. The sort of satin black finish of the CYC kit, the fact that the A65 battery actually fitted on a size large frame. I think this is the only size large full suspension mountain bike I know in existence where the A65 fits in with very little modification. It clears the battery by about 1 or 2 millimeter, but I did have to flip the shock upside down to get it to fit. But this is a fantastic platform for the A65 from what I can tell. So as I've said already, this tiny little form factor motor is putting out 4,000 watts and 180 newton meters of torque. But not only that, it's got stuff that most of the other stuff we're about to come on to, obviously comparing it to the main other brands. It's got stuff that the other manufacturers just don't have. The fact that it's got the torque sensing, the amount of power for the size. And this is one of the only mid-drive e-bike motors I know that has got flat copper windings in the motor. Then what that means is in hub wheels and mid-drive motors you have strands of copper wire, traditionally round copper wire. And the problem is with round copper wire is there's air gaps in between when it's wound together. There's little gaps of air because you can't pack it as tight. You get things like hairpin motors and flat copper bars in motors now, in the high-tech modern stuff, that packs a lot more power density and is a lot more efficient for the size and the form factor, and that is exactly what they've done on this motor. It just blows me away. The amount of tech that goes into this CYC stuff really is the business. So let's talk about the price of the motor. I'm told that this is going to be priced at $1,100 US. Now, the CYC website always lists their stuff in dollars. I'm not sure why. To get an idea, just do a currency conversion in your local currency just to get an idea of the motor kit pricing. If we look at this motor compared to the main other stuff on the market, Tongzheng, Bafang, and even the Avanox M2S. So if we're talking TSD, Z8 and Z16 Tongzheng, the BBS02 and the BBS HD, and the Avanox M2S, the latest and greatest integrated factory e-bike motor. This has double the wattage of anything else on the market bar its big brother, the X1. And I think they've missed a bit of a trick with this. I think they should have called it the X1 Mini or the X1 Mini Pro or something, because it really is a miniature X1. Even though it's small, it does come in heavy for the size of it. It's 4.5 kilograms, but in comparison, the only other stuff on the market that's lighter is the BBS02 by a small margin and the DJI Avanox M2S that is quite substantially lighter, but it doesn't pack the power. This just ticks boxes that other stuff on the market don't do. You've got Bafang, it can be run at more than 48, 52 volts and create more power. But you've got to use an aftermarket controller, it doesn't have torque sensing. Then you've got the Tongzheng. Fantastic motor, and that does have torque sensing, but again it's limited in power. Most of the other stuff, including the DJI, the Bafang, the Tongzheng, all do motors that in a standard kit form will do about 160 newton meters, 150, 160. This does 180 newton meters of torque, and it is one of the smallest motors currently on the market, and it does have torque sensing. It's the complete package. It really is. And one of you guys is going to win this absolutely beast of a bike. If you want to enter to win this, one of the first Photon Pros in the UK, fully built on a full suspension, super rare opportunity to get an insane bike. Head on over to raffle.com/do stuff and get your entries in, because I'm giving this bike away. Anyway, I think without any further ado, we just get this thing out and give it a quick send and get an idea, is this motor everything that it's hyped to be? Let's go. Right guys, we are out on one of the very few Photon Pro builds in existence in the world right now, which is pretty damn cool. So we are in level 3 race mode. I haven't tweaked with it too much. I don't feel like I'm gonna have to. Let's go through the woods. Wow. I needed to get a move on across the road then, and it certainly did. Right, let's change down into a lower gear, and we are free. Very smooth motor. Let's change up the gears a bit. Wow. What a machine, this feels lovely. Change up another gear. Go. Oh, wow. Pootling along with the torque sensing, barely moving my legs. When we turn around this corner, if it's clear, which it is, I'll slightly pedal harder, a bit harder. Wow. A bit more. Whoa. This still is virgin, kind of close to dirt bike, but not quite. This is really blurring the boundaries now between electric dirt bike and regular e-bikes. But you could 100% ride this more like a mountain bike than you could an X1. And that is what I think is going to be so special about this motor. A couple of people whining about the sounds of X1s and things. I love the sound of an X1 motor. It just sounds so high tech. Right, little bit uphill now. Wow, yeah, this is something special, this motor, guys. This could be my all-time new favourite motor, even though the X1 has got the pinch with the amount of power. This is like an X1, I think they missed the beat on this one. They should have called it the X1 Mini Pro or the X1 Pro Micro. That is what they should have called this motor, because it literally is like a mini X1 Pro. Give the little full suspension bike a little rip across the field. Very bumpy over here because a lot of people play football and cricket and whatnot. Yeah, it just goes across this field like nothing. I need to rotate the gear lever. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I need to just rotate it round half an inch because I can't quite reach the gear shifter for going up a gear easily. So far, I want to keep this bike myself. Might have to enter the raffle myself. What a machine. Oh, I've taken it out. I turn the level down to 0 every time I pull up so I don't accidentally activate the torque sensing. Wow. Wow, this thing shifts so smooth. Let me know in the comments, guys, you like the sound of the motors? I actually do. People seem really divided on whether electric motors should be 100% silent, or I think it depends on the bike. Something like this, where it's high performance, high speed, doesn't hurt that people can hear you coming. Other than that, I actually like the sound of it. I'd imagine this whole build probably comes in the late 20s, 30 kilos, something like that. I'll have to check, but it's not particularly super heavy. I mean, 4,000 watts of power on something that's only about 30 kilograms. Wouldn't be surprised if this is quick as a stock Suron, like the 6,000 watts, because a Suron's going to be, I'm presuming, probably more 50 odd kilograms, you know. Look at this thing go. Got to go through the gears. And we are in top gear. Wow. Guys, hands down, this is the best tech out there. The CYC stuff, I'm not just saying this, they're just what other people are going to be making in 5 years' time. Mark my words, DJI will be putting out motors like this in probably at least a couple of years' time. They'll be on the same power level as this, same tech and everything that goes into it. It's insane. So cool, what a bike. This is like nothing else I've built. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to get a Photon Pro of my own as a keeper, I think. This is a really sweet motor. Wonder if it raised the suspicion of the police car just then. We'll soon find out in a minute if they turn around. No, police car didn't come back, so look at that. Straight past the police car, not a single issue. Right, let's find us a big hill. This one I do, isn't it? Oh, this is the nicest bike I've gone down this hill on in a while. I'm normally on cheaper review bikes with the derailleur bouncing around everywhere. Right, let's make this thing work for it. It gets steeper, so I'm only going to go slow. Now we're at the steepest part. To be fair, this is always, I say, the sign of a strong motor. I can literally go slowly with no effort whatsoever, and it's just got the torque to, like, I'm putting in no effort whatsoever. I don't know if you can see the gradient of that hill. I don't even have to go fast, like, pedal a bit harder. Yeah, this thing smashes hills. A little cross-raid bit. Right, let's just let the brakes off and send it. Yeah, there's no rattles on this bike whatsoever. No radio bouncing around and jangling. This is a quality build. In fact, let's have a good look at this bike. What better place to step back and take a look at this build than on the Hadley Bike Park Olympic mountain biking podium. Just ignore the cow shit. But yeah, what a machine. You've got the SRAM 220 rotor on the front, tons of stopping power. I don't want to move that pedal in case I activate the torque sensing. That motor is just beautiful. It's got to be my own personal favourite new mid-drive motor. The X1 was my favourite, but even though this is 2,000 watts less, the fact that it's so small, I just love it. The size of it and the amount of power it puts out, and the fact that it's just a bit more manageable off the line. Even though you could tune the X1 in the app, that really is insane. Now, I have got the shock to come down over halfway travel, and it just about clears this part on this part of the battery, and then I think after that stroke where that bit passes this, it's clear. But I'm telling you, it's about 1-2 millimeters. It's close, but it clears, you know. It really is sick. I extended the XT cable because I've done some fancy routing around the back of the bottom bracket. I think I've come out there back up and round just to do a super clean install. And one other thing I like on this bike is the fact it's got this channel for putting the wires in. I've never seen that on any other bike, where it's got a concaved, recessed channel on the bottom for the cable, so when you're looking at it from the side you don't even see it. Right, shall we give it a send from the bottom of there up to the top of there? That is quite an extended run. If anything is going to test the motor, it is, I don't know how many hundreds of meters it is all the way to the very top. Let's get down there and really put this Photon Pro through its paces as a final send. This stuff is horrible. I'm going to go on the grass. It's got better grip. Them loose stones are just cheap, nasty maintenance over it. A lot of the mountain bike parks in the UK use like a Type 1 substrate as a bloody loose surface. Like, I'm not even talking about just on mud, not even in mud. Right, anyway, enough waffling. Let's go. Photon Pro extended hill climb, 2 or 3 minutes. Most e-bikes would struggle quite a lot. Going pedal only. Pedaling harder. Very loose stones. Power's keeping the front wheel light. Yeah, let's go see what the cows think. What do you think, Mr. Cow? I think the cows like it. I'm being surrounded. This has to be probably the best mid-drive build I've ever built. I mean, I absolutely love the X1 Pro builds. They are sick. But this thing's just got the perfect amount of power for me personally. It's way quicker than any of the factory e-bikes I've ever ridden, like the Specialized Levo turbos, the DJI Avanox, Amflows, all of that stuff. I honestly, I don't know, maybe it hasn't obviously got the plush handling of a 9 grand Amflow or quite the capabilities off-road, but as far as an average person goes at riding, this bike is absolutely bang on. I honestly think this is my all new favourite mid-drive motor in the entire world. Like, I think I might prefer it to the X1 Pro. I still love the X1, but this is just tweaked down just enough to make it like super usable. I mean, obviously you can detune the X1 in the app, but what, you know, if this turns out to be cheaper than the X1, smaller and lighter, this is the best mid-drive motor to get right now in 2026. I really do think it is for the DIY e-bikes. Don't forget, guys, if you want a chance to win this absolutely sick bike, head on over to raffle.com/do stuff, and also I'll leave the links to CYC in the video description, and I'll see you guys in a video soon. Let me know if you want to see any other content on the Photon Pro before it goes to the new winner on raffle. Hope you enjoy watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.